Hello, and welcome to this week's broadcast. I am Anne LaFollette, a surface pattern designer, online educator, and creative entrepreneur. And in the last several weeks, we've been talking about craft fairs and how to prepare for craft fairs. And I have been sharing quick tips each week to help you get ready. This week is all about your designs. And if you've taken either from Doodles to Dollars or the Pattern Design Academy, you probably have a bunch of designs that you can now go back and take a look at and see if they're seasonally appropriate, or if you want to add to some of them, maybe recolor them in holiday themed colors, or maybe create some new ones that will really go well with some of the designs you already have. And so tip number one is to go look at what you've already created. Don't feel like you have to start from scratch. Go back and look at your inventory of designs that you've created over the course of the past several months or even last year. So that's tip number one. Go back and look at those and see if they just need to be updated a little bit. Maybe a new color version, or maybe there's some ones that you can add to them to mix in some newness. Tip number two is make sure that some of your designs are very simple. One of the things that I've discovered over the years is that while people are attracted to very sort of busy and dense and kind of hero-like prints and designs, frequently they will buy ones that are much, much simpler. Or they'll buy a combination. They'll buy one that's a really busy print and then two that are softer, that are called kind of blenders or secondary prints, that are less the star of the show, but work really well in coordination with that particular hero print. And so tip number two is make sure that you've mixed in some simple prints, because that's really going to help you bring your table alive and ensure that people may want to do what we talked about last week, which is to buy a coordinated bundle. And then the third thing is make sure that you take a final look at the designs that you want to actually put on the products for the fair and think about the scale. And do you have a little bit of variety in terms of some of them that are larger in scale versus smaller in scale? And again, that is to create interest, both in terms of what would appeal to someone when they're purchasing, but also when you're displaying it on your table. And we're going to dive into merchandising and table display in the next couple of weeks. So those are my quick tips for today. And I look forward to seeing you again next week. I hope you're having fun. Please leave a comment below the video if you've got any questions at all. And I always like to say in closing that I am Anne LaFollette, and it's never too late to create. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.